right after the fight, right? We were wrapping up after fighting that Mapinguari. Scarecrow did a cursory walk back up the cliff to see if Sebastian was waiting up there. He was not. We assumed he kept walking towards the town, the Lake Mary town, which was called Garth.
Brigandale.
Something Dale.
No, not
Dalesburg.
Dale.
Oh,
Dalesburg.
right. Brigandale's the original one. Dalesburg is the new one.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Garth.
Dale was involved there somehow. Fuck Dale.
Fuck Dale. We assume that he went towards Dalesburg, which we found out later he did. We made our way in that direction. We forded the river using a bunch of rocks that were sort of I guess making up a dam. I can't quite remember. But we made it across all together. They pointed their weapons at us as we approached the gate of the town, but we explained, yeah, no, we're Blackwatch. We're on the up and up. And they let us in. I spoke to a Captain August, who directed us towards the mayor's manor, and said that Sebastian had gone off in that direction, but we found out later that he didn't actually go and talk to the mayor. So yeah, that's something. When we made it to the mayor's estate, we saw that it was sort of barricaded off from the rest of the town, which is very telling. And we were met at the front gate by a Lord Marshal. Forget his family name.
Oh, you guys got his family name? I thought it was just called Lord Marshall.
No, he had a last.
Oh, his first name is Marshall, not the Lord Marshall. Yeah.
Oh, I thought Marshall was his last name. Oh, not his house name. So that's what his name was.
No. Can't quite remember. But
I don't know that he actually did give it to you. That might be why you don't remember.
I thought
I don't think he did.
Maybe not.
If it was if your guys' first introduction film was the first 3 parts, he did not mention it.
We got the house. We got the house name of the mayor.
Right. Well, regardless, we learned that that Marshall had once been a part of the Lord's Alliance. His family was, at least, but for one reason or another, they no longer are. We had learned that children are disappearing in the town, and we need to find out what's taking them, where they're going, etc., etc. We found this out by the mayor, who is a real piece of shit dandy, who definitely abuses his position as head of the town. He has three or four children of his own. Marshall has a son. Currently, we left Valkyrie, to watch one of the children, and then Janny is watching the other one. I guess you guys can. Oh wait, I guess Flora can decide which one is she watching, because Jordan's not here. Regardless, we learned, if you want to take us back to the town map, where the child taker had struck before, and it doesn't seem as though it is hitting the same place twice. But we decided to get a timeline, so we went to the one marked 1 first. Spoke to an old man who was the only person that wasn't fucking running away at the sight of us. Spoke to his granddaughter, and spoke to his granddaughter's parents, I guess, who directed us over towards the eastern part of this tent city, where
what are these numbers?
The order in which they were struck.
Napped.
Oh, okay.
So the first child was taken from here, the next from there, etc.
So, interesting pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, they swept right, and then they came back this way. And they are how far apart?
I feel like number 8 is going to be the mayor's estate, but I digress.
Oh yeah, shit! It also said it over here.
Scarecrow spoke to a mother, I believe, of one of the children that was taken, the first child that was taken, through the door and sort of set up an appointment for next morning because the sort of alarm went off. The bell tower rung 3 times, um, signifying that it's curfew. Everyone get inside now. That doesn't apply to us because we're special.
We also noticed her house was the only one that wasn't boarded up. Well, like tents, but or caravan, like wagons, but
Yeah, because I mean, why would you? You already had your child taken. But yeah, at that point we split up. Seraph and Lucky went to the docks. Scarecrow and Saturday went to the Great Tree to talk to the locals, which we did that. We went beneath the tree and found that there was a large barricade that they had erected right at the entrance, and spoke to who I can only presume is their leader. And yeah, it's clear that they're very salty about a bunch of not locals taking over their town, living in the homes of their ancestors, and probably salty about the fact that we took Selena from them.
And trouble. Well, maybe not so much trouble.
Yeah, but
He has a fucking name. Thank you very much.
Uriel. But they're not going to use
They
it.
call him trouble.
You know,
Yeah.
that.
Disrespectful.
Yeah. But regardless, we also found out by the mayor or Lord Marshal that 2 of the locals are more active topside than the rest of them, and I have a sneaking suspicion that the fellow we talked to was one of them, and he was sort of secretive about who the other person was, which, I mean, I think we figured out who that was at the end of session. So yeah, we finished up talking to them, went back topside. Meanwhile, what was Seraph up to with Lucky?
Seraph and Lucky were kind of hanging out at the lighthouse, keeping watch. They kind of talked about some different stuff, catching up, kind of burying the hatchet, and then they noticed movement and started tracking somebody who was running away, like a hooded figure in dark clothing. And then Seraph gave Scarecrow, I did it down too, the heads up with sending that we're pursuing a suspect.
And we did cut him off. That sort of central area of the town where like that gazebo is and that well is, this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, that town map. We lost sight of him, but there was a blood trail, or no, sorry, footprints and a scent of blood that Jericho could smell, and we tracked it and found his cloak, sort of blood caked into it, discarded in a bush. And sort of following that trail, we found him behind one of the houses, and he tried to make him run for it, so we conked him out.
Jericho, like, flying kicked him in the head and got him in one hit.
Yeah. He's just a guy, apparently.
Just a guy, he says, doing 40 damage.
Well, yeah. Well, to be fair, we found out after the fact that I wasn't supposed to do that much damage because I had forgot to put my crit range back to 20, so it wasn't supposed to be a crit, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Retcon that? Guy's already down.
It was a cool
Gonna be down
narrative
anyway.
moment.
Yeah. But yeah, we knocked him out and quickly investigated him. Found out that he was indeed one of the locals from beneath the Great Tree. And at that point, before we could do anything else, the Lord Marshal, we heard him approaching from the south, from the direction of the tent cities. So, in a split-second decision, we grabbed his body and went into the forest, the woods to hide.
Seraph did notice he had blood on his gloves.
This spot, the great hiding spot on this map.
It really do be.
Yeah, they sussed him out through the smell of coal.
Oh, right. I almost forgot that part.
Smell of coal. You
Why
lost me.
does he smell like coal? Yeah, no.
Hiding in the, smelter back here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. That's a smelter. I knew that. Of course it is. I didn't think it was a well.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a little hard from a top
is
down
there
view,
anything else?
My brain is on the fritz, so I don't remember if it was mentioned. Bradford
The
did. Okay.
sorry, go.
Bradford did detect. He uses dragon sense. It's a spell. He can just detect things around. Primal awareness, basically. He detects a type 1, and he pinpoints that it's roughly over where we came across the river to this town. He also detects a type 6 within a mile.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't mentioned this. He's gonna have to mention this. He doesn't know how to mention that, but that's a future me problem. I don't try to pinpoint where that one is, because traditionally it's been like a two-way street. Once you do that, like, you know where they are, they know where you are, and it's like, I'm fine with them having an idea that I can detect them, not exactly where I am. Or at least for now.
Also, all
Type
this
6 would like to know your location.
all this stuff with the children disappearing started at the start of the summer. So if it is
Right,
a
when it started
dark
getting
one,
cold.
it is it's a more powerful one,
Oh no.
Oh,
very likely.
There you go, Garth. It'd be like this.
You make car extended warranty. Please, sir! I don't have a car!
The old
so is that
man
it?
who
Go
was
ahead.
shining shoes back at that, he did mention rumors from Bergensdale, but he wouldn't say what they were.
Oh, that's a good point.
That might still be relevant, maybe, potentially.
Right. Yeah. But,
Yeah. He does need that heat
maybe
on his
there.
family.
Just for the sake of record keeping, we're on the same day / long rest as
Yes.
the last time I was here.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So I believe that's it. Everything? Anything?
We did get a short rest because we ate at the mayor's.
Oh yes, the fresh chickens that they bring in from Brigginsdale.
Seraph was paranoid it was the missing children and did not eat the chicken.
Yeah, which
It
in
tastes like
hindsight
pork?
is an absolute bananas concept.
Did it taste like pork?
No.
There,
Tastes
they,
like
they,
fucking
they,
chicken.
easy done.
Tasting
Also,
like
really
chicken.
cheap wine, but besides that.
Anything else?
Seraph cured like an abscess of that daughter we talked to, but
Alyssa.
without that,
Alyssa.
yeah, Alyssa. I think that's the only thing we didn't mention.
Wait, was she daughter or granddaughter of the old
Granddaughter of the old
Sorry.
man, daughter of the
Okay.
parents.
And then the father, I
Gotcha,
think, directed
gotcha.
us to what we were looking for. Probably just to get us out of the fucking house. It was just like, go, shoot.
I'm gonna ask this ahead of time here and now because this is gonna be how Sebastian does these sort of reports. Are we okay with intimidating locals? Because Sebastian totally will good cop, bad cop, and threaten to kill them if they don't answer questions. Poor disposition on this.
Conditionally, I'm okay.
I think Jericho would be fine with it.
It depends on the situation, the context.
He won't do it to children.
Okay, that's fair. I would say try not to use that as a first resort. I'm not saying last resort, but it's like not first.
That depends on how much info you guys are able to deliver, Sebastian.
All right.
Because if politely asking locals isn't working, then we're going to the next solution.
General
So
Flora already thinks Sebastian's a dick, so.
He's the renegade bad cop. Good to know.
There is one more thing that y'all might want to mention.
Oh, there were no fireflies beneath the great tree
Oh, right.
that we could see.
Well, that is also important too. But there's one more other thing
One
the other
more
important
thing.
Lord Bonsui might have given you.
Oh,
Oh
goodness.
yes, we have 2 writs that we can use to get some official pull if someone is barring us entrance to a place or giving us some kind of trouble or what have you.
Right, as Captain May would say, put your dick on the table. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's also
Maybe
kind of suggested, like, maybe not go to that first just because, like...
Oddly enough, Alistair said that exact same thing too. So that's just like a phrase they teach you once you're a captain.
It's a captain's training course.
Isn't it in one of the 3 oaths we have to swear?
Oh, 4, put your dick on the table when you got it.
That's
This is my Watcher's Oath. I will strike fast, strike true, put my deck on the table.
I know.
Yeah, that's what the strike fast part is.
I must have skipped over that. So as you begin, you start seeing these guards begin to move throughout the